It's only bloody Friday, and welcome back to the latest edition of the Laura and Becky Show. We are sponsored by Clubhouse in Meadowhall, Redbrik Estate Agents, and Ringwood Hall Hotel and Spa.
Hello, if you are new here, if you're an OG, then welcome. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh my God. After our conversation we've just had.
We've literally just been talking about this before recording the pod. Laura's worried that she is losing her mind.
I think I'm perimenopausal.
Do you actually, though?
Yeah, I do. Maybe. I listened to that Davina McCall, Stephen Bartlett.
Oh, it's happening again. Are you all right, love?
I'm just going to drink wine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we have got wine on the pod as it's a Friday and we're recording. We're recording later than usual today for very sort of boring reasons. But we thought we'd have some rosé on the pod this evening. So cheers, my love.
Pale rosé. Maybe you're listening and you've got a pale rosé. Cheers.
Cheers.
Anyway, what I was saying was Davina McCall was talking about being perimenopausal and how she knew she was perimenopausal. And the first thing she said was it was that brain fog where she like forget people's names or like say a word and she didn't mean to say that word. And I did it the other day and I feel a little bit hormonal. So I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not.
Yeah. Who knows?
We'll see.
We will see, yeah. We need to talk about a habit that we have broken. It's obviously not our rosé wine habit because that's in full swing.
No, but basically, don't they say if you stop doing something for 30 days, you break the habit?
Something like that.
Well,
they also say if you replace a habit with something else, you break it. Anywho.
Right. What?
I don't know.
Who said that then?
Someone.
So we realised the other day, I looked at you and I went, we've broken a habit. We've broken buying coffees from vending machines. Well, actually kind of going to coffee shops in general. Excuse me.
Oh, it's the Peri Menopause. There it is. You heard it here first, folks.
I think it was the pale rosé, but you know. Anyway, yeah, we've broken a habit. So
I'm so proud of us.
I would be annoyed now if I went to like a coffee vending machine and bought one. I'd be like, oh, you idiot, what are you doing?
Yeah, it would feel like a waste of money. So we started this in January in the new year, didn't we? Because we were going out buying takeaway coffees and going out for coffees like maniacs.
I mean, I would love to know how much money I spent last year on coffee. Every morning, nearly on that radio show, I used to buy them.
Every morning.
Yeah.
And probably every afternoon. Then after the show, we'd go for a coffee, wouldn't we? So 2 coffees a day at what, like £4 a day?
No, it's more than that. Coffee's like £3.80.
Yeah, so each coffee's £3.80,
Oh,
4
right,
times a
sorry.
day.
4 times a day?
Yeah, for like 2 for you, 2 for me.
Oh, right, okay.
Basically, a lot of money.
Well, wow.
Obviously, maths is our
Laura,
strong point.
I'm key stage 4.
Yeah.
Maths.
But basically, we were spending way too much on coffee. We've both got coffee machines at home, right? Yeah. And we've got our Starbucks takeaway cups.
Yeah, honestly, all you need is like not even a bougie takeaway cup, but I like the Starbucks one. I am looking for a different one, but get your own. Get your own coffee.
I tell you what I quite like. I don't like why can't I speak either?
Perimenopause, mate.
I'm not even 40 yet, mate.
You've got it too. You've got it too.
I'd like one of those Stanley cups that you see on TikTok all the time at the moment.
Influenced, aren't you?
Oh, I've been influenced. I've been
you've
looking at them, but they're pretty expensive. I've been looking on Amazon and it's only like the bigger size and it's like 40 quid or so for one.
Yeah.
So I'm saving money on not buying coffee, but I'm going to buy one of those anyway.
But anyway, well done for breaking the habit. We've definitely broken that habit.
I'm really proud of us. Yeah, if you do see us going around with our Starbucks cups, that's not from Starbucks.
No.
We've made it at home.
Yeah, just
FYI.
in case. Yeah, absolutely. Right, what was the next thing? You got the list. I haven't forgotten. It's just that Becky's got the list.
I have. We're having rosé, so we're a little bit more forgetful this evening. So I got a new upgrade on my phone. I think I said about it this week. And you know when you get a new upgrade and you transfer everything over, it logs you out of everything.
Oh,
so
such a pain.
It's such a pain. So the really annoying thing is you have to go back through everything, log in, register, all that sort of thing. It does take a bit of time. So I had to go and do my online banking, right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, phoned up, and I was putting it off. I finally did it one afternoon this week. Phoned up, the guy was very helpful, but there was something that was really putting me about on the phone call.
Go on.
So I asked him to stay on the phone whilst I went through it all, because I thought if I mess it up, at least he's there and can sort it out at his end. So bless him, he stayed on the phone.
Right.
But the whole time while I was like on my phone, like think, putting in passwords and all that kind of thing, all I could hear was this.
Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh no. What was
So much so,
Oh God.
I nearly asked him what was going on.
Are
right?
you all right, mate?
It was so loud and so obvious. I mean, I nearly laughed. I had to stifle a laugh a few times, but I nearly said, "Excuse me, Samuel.
Can you move your mic away from your mouth, please? It's disgusting.
What are you doing?" Because I'm guessing a lot of them work from home as well, right?
Yes.
So what was he up to?
Oh no.
Maybe going for a run. Maybe on the treadmill as he's on the phone to me.
Probably not.
No?
Probably not. No.
Maybe.
Was he like, wash your sock load?
Take a bath.
Oh, you're in your 30s, are you?
Yeah. Becky. That's a nice name.
What's your mother's maiden name, Becky? What's your dog's name?
So, I mean, I should have probably said, don't worry about staying on the phone.
Yeah.
I'll sort this out myself. You go and do what you're doing.
I tell you what, talking about things like this, I remember once, right? I was on the phone. I can't remember who it was to. It was to some company, right? And they were like, yeah, we're just going to check out something. We're just going to pop you on hold. Is that okay? So I was like, yeah, sure. They put me on hold. So I started singing Let It Go by Frozen.
Of course you did.
Let it go, let it go. And James came in and was like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm just on hold to blah, blah, blah. And he went, you know they can hear you. And I was like,
When you're on hold?
yes.
Oh, can they?
They can hear you still.
I did not know this.
Yes. So when they put you on hold... that you can't hear them,
But they
can hear
us.
you. So you know when they put you on hold, and you're like,
Yeah.
they can hear everything you're saying. So the tip is, when the next person's like, just going to pop you on hold and sort out your problem, instead of going, oh, Jesus Christ, just be like, oh, gosh, she sounds really nice on the phone. I hope she's going to help me out. Yeah, mate, they can hear you.
Okay, that's useful intel that I will not forget.
Yeah, there
that's
you go.
good to know.
Right, what's going on in the world?
So this is, well, it's kind of about us, isn't it? We're being very self-indulgent today, aren't we? So obviously we're having a little bit of rosé on the podcast, and it is later on. So it's 6:30 on Friday night.
Yes, it is.
And we have got no plans this evening.
No.
So earlier on, we were like, well, should we go for a little drink together?
Well, what I love is you're like, what are you up to today, love? I was like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, blah, blah, blah. And then we're chatting away. And then you looked at me and you went, you fancy a pale rosé tonight? I nearly cried.
I've never heard
I
you
was
react like
yes,
that before.
Please, I really do. Yes.
Yeah, you just looked at me with these big, you're a bit like Puss in Boots when he
back
puts
to
those
Puss
big,
in Boots.
he puts the big eyes on. He's like,
Yeah.
you did that. You went, yes, please, yes. Like you were desperate.
Yeah. Well, the husband's out tonight, and then I was a bit like, I've got nothing tonight. I thought, I'm just going to get in my bed. I know it. I'm just going to put my lucky blanket on and get into bed.
Well, this is the trouble with you and I, and this does worry me slightly because I do think we're getting worse. I mean, maybe yours is to do with your perimenopause. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know what my excuse is. I really don't. But I feel like, especially in the winter, we're quite bad, aren't we? We are feral and we hibernate. What are we? Wintering. It's called wintering.
Yeah. Can we springing? Well, springing.
I think in the spring we're better. We do go out and about. We'll do walks in the evening.
Yeah.
We'll sit outside and have a drink. But I think in the winter we're really bad. And we're getting worse. So tonight we've obviously earlier on planned to go for a rosé. Then just before we were coming to do the podcast, we were discussing things. I can't remember what we were talking about on text. And because we were going to go to two places, weren't we?
Well, no, let me just rewind. So first of all, when we were saying about doing Peri, we went, yeah, do you know what? Let's have some me and you time. And I was like, we spend all our time together. How much more me and you time do you bloody want?
That was funny. I just want it to be me and you.
It'll be good to see you.
Yeah.
It'll be great to catch up on everything we've missed in the last 10 minutes of not seeing each other.
We literally have the most things to talk about. We see each other every single day, sometimes twice a day, right? We speak constantly. We always have things to tell each other when we see each other. We never run out of things to talk about.
Well, when we left this morning, Peri Menopause. This morning, I drove off, literally ping, voice note from Becky. I was like, I've just left you. What could you possibly want to tell me?
There's always things I've forgotten to tell you, and I think, I've just got a voice note law. And I did think that. I thought, I've literally left her like 2 seconds ago. So tonight, we were planning to go to 2 different bars. That's a no-go already. We just thought, 2 bars,
God.
we can't be bothered. Then we were meant to be going to 1.
Then I messaged you going, I ain't wearing heels. And you're like, what you wearing? I was like, trainers and jeans.
I was
You're
like,
me
same.
too. So now we whittled it down to one bar. And then I was like, I'll bring a bottle into the studio. And you're like, are we going to go after?
Well, no, you text me and you said about Spencer Matthews documentary.
Yes.
So this looks so good. It's the one where he goes up Everest, obviously looking for his brother who really sadly died years before. It looks amazing. We've been so excited to see this for ages. So much so, we've gone on to watch it, haven't we?
Yeah.
And it hasn't been out yet. We've been like, damn it.
Yeah.
So you messaged me and it's out tonight. So I went, shall we cancel drinks?
I mean, look, so we're going to have this. We're going to go for one.
Are we
maybe.
though?
Oh, we're not going.
Shall we? I don't know. Shall we? What are you thinking? I mean, it's Friday night.
Is it going to be
I'm
busy?
child free. You're husband free.
Yeah, but is the pub going to be... Oh, I can't be doing... Yeah,
I
is
don't
everyone
want a
going to be
busy
dressed
pub.
up and knobby after work? Like, well, let's go for after work drinks.
Well, we're going for after work drinks
Should we
tonight.
drive by it?
Do a drive by?
And see if it's busy. If it's busy and I can't sit down, I ain't going in.
Oh no, we have to be able to sit down.
Well, I don't
We're
know.
not
I
going
think
to a
it gets
bar where we
quite busy.
stand.
Well,
Oh really?
I think that one gets quite busy.
Okay,
Also,
well-
there's potential we could bump into people we don't want to bump into.
Oh, there is that, I suppose. Yeah.
I think we've got to go for one. We've
Okay.
got to.
Well, should we go to one of our usuals?
Yeah, let's go for one.
Yeah.
And then we'll be home by latest 8:00.
I don't want to be home any later than that.
No.
We've got Spencer Matthews to
Right,
watch,
okay.
and our Lecky blankets are
Right.
on. So
Yeah, mine's on 3. What's yours on?
mine's on 2.
Okay, right, mate. Okay, right. So, perimenopause. Let's go back to that for a minute.
This is a running theme through today's podcast.
It is a little bit. So, I like sometimes to channel you in my daily life. Okay, so you rub off a little bit on me. Okay?
What does channeling mean?
Well, you channel someone. So, like,
Oh no, I know what channeling is,
Oh.
but I mean, if you're going to channel me, how do you channel me? That's what I mean.
isn't that not knowing what channeling means?
No,
What?
so channeling is copying someone, right? But what do you do that channels me?
Oh, I'm just about to tell you.
Oh, okay. Please continue as you were.
What? That was the weirdest 30 seconds of my life. You are definitely perimenopausal.
God. Yeah, maybe
more
it's
so than
me.
me. Right. Okay. So yesterday, I felt really hormonal. Right? Really hormonal, like raging around my body. Okay.
Like a raging bull.
Raging. Got it halfway through cleaning the bathroom, weirdly. I just stood up and I thought, oof. So I laid down.
In the bathroom.
Finished the bathroom, laid down.
got
I thought,
in the bathtub. 5-minute rest.
oh, I'm just going to have a lie down. Anyway, so I started thinking about making tea and it made me feel a bit anxious. And I thought, I'm not... I thought about cooking for my family and I thought, no.
It's too much.
I'm perimenopausal. You can all fuck off.
I love the fact that making tea made you feel anxious.
It did. I felt on the verge of a panic attack. I'm not joking. And at that point, I thought, I'm not right. I can't face the fajitas. I can't do it. So I texted my husband and I just put, I'm not right. I feel really cranky and anxious. That's what I put. Cranky and anxious. I can't do tea. So he was like, okay, I'll get home from work and cook tea. So I was like, okay, fine. I'm just going to lay in
bless
bed.
him.
So I popped it up to 3. That leaky blankie got in and I thought, I'm not moving.
Yeah.
Because
bed is our safe place, isn't it, actually?
Do you know what? Weirdly, you say that. Bed and sleep have always been my safe place. Even when I was a raging holiday rep, I always knew when I needed to get into bed and have my sleep. I'm all about sleep.
Yeah,
Sleep is a bit.
me
I
too.
never wake a sleeping child.
Yeah.
There's a big tip there. If you've got young children, even when they get to, I never wake my teenagers.
Yeah,
If they're
yeah.
asleep, they can stay asleep.
Well, I wouldn't wake a teenager, mate.
My husband knows not to wake me.
Yeah.
Believe me, you never wake a sleeping Laura. Jesus, especially a perimenopausal one. Anyway, so that was that last night. Woke up this morning and I felt a bit ragey still. And I kind of snapped at my husband, but I knew it. So I walked upstairs. I thought, no, Laura, don't do it. And then something happened that usually I would kick the hell off about.
Go on.
So we had a meeting this morning. My husband had to go to work for some training, and then he's going out later. So I was on a little dog walk early this morning. He rang me and went, Laura, my car's not charged. His electric car didn't charge overnight. It was flat.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I walked in. He was like, oh, and he had all this gear that he's got to take out this evening in the back of his car. And I was like, oh. And I thought I could kick off at this point because I could be like, you should have checked it. I've got to get to Sheffield. I thought, no, be more Becky. Be
yes,
more
Laura.
Becky. So I just looked him on and I said what I thought you would actually say. So this is how I channeled you.
Okay.
I just went, this isn't a problem. Because that's what you would do. You'd go, this isn't a problem. Okay, don't worry. I was like, you just take my car. And he was like, yeah, but you've got a meeting. And I was like, don't worry, don't stress. It's fine. You go and do what you need to do. And me and Becky can sort it. Like, it's not a problem.
I'm so proud of you.
I literally... the thing is, I thought my husband...
I bet he didn't know what was like, going on.
Hang on a sec.
Yeah. What's the catch?
It was like, nah, there's no way. There's no way. So anyway, I was like, you go. He was like, yeah, but what are you going to do? I was like, just go. You get yourself sorted. I will sort it out. So he drove off and literally 5 minutes later, my phone rings. It's my husband.
Yeah, I bet he was literally like, hang on a minute. Am I going to suffer for this later?
Kick off it, yeah. It's like, I'm really sorry. I was like, James, it's this fine. Don't worry. I've messaged Becky. Like, it's all good. You go on with your day. And it's like, okay.
I bet he was driving to work, literally
I
like,
was probably worried about it all day.
Hang on a minute.
She's my wife.
She didn't kick off.
Yeah.
Laura didn't kick off at me. There's something going on here. What is she having an affair? What's happening?
I think it's put him on edge more than I think he'd rather me kick off at him.
Yes, because he knows where he's at with that.
All days, man. You're right. How'd you mean? Go, you're right. I was like, yeah, all good. It's all good, honey. It's all good, honey.
Mate, he's going to be worried sick tonight, isn't he?
Yeah. He's got nothing to worry about. He's got nothing to worry about. But I thought...
But has he?
He hasn't, no. Might maybe tomorrow. No, for today, whilst I'm channeling Becky, he's all right. Yeah.
All right, James, you're all right.
Yes, see?
There's going to be no comeback from this, all right?
So anyone out there, if you want any advice for this weekend, if there's a stressful situation, just channel a bit of Becky Hayes. That's what I would say. Just step back and go, do you know what? This isn't a problem.
We can sort
it. There's always a solution.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, I'm...
There you
for
go.
that. I support that. Yes.
You should do a YouTube channel on
that.
Yeah.
What called?
Channeling Becky. Yeah, channel Becky. Becky channeling Becky's channel.
How?
Welcome to Becky's.
My channel, channeling my channel. Come up my channel. No. I mean, click on my channel. Oh God.
You should do a YouTube video on that. There's another one. Come up my channel. Hi guys.
Hi guys. This is Becky's channel. I'm channeling my channel.
Anyway, there we go.
Oh,
so we'll see how long this. I might kick off tomorrow.
I feel like
Peri Menopause, so I can do what the hell I want.
There's going to be a big one this weekend. I can just feel it.
You feel that? Yeah. If it clocked out.
Oh God, mate, you really are, aren't you? Even now, I'm worried. What are you trying to say? Do you want me to translate for you? What are you trying to say?
I said Clark Dowds. What do you think I was supposed to say?
Dark clouds.
Can we end this here? Because
I think we should. Yeah, come on, I'm going to take your perimenopausal ass out for one drink.
Have a good weekend.